Welcome back to World Drum Club. This is part 2 in the series with Brad Dutz on bones. And in this lesson, we're going to be looking at some traditional rhythms, how to break up the patterns to play different rhythms. You can even play in odd meters, whatever you want. We're getting a little more into the music, so enjoy this, and I'll see you when it's over.
There's many different grooves in Ireland or all over the world, and the bones are used in a lot of different ways, but the two main ones, or the two popular ones, especially in Irish folk music, would be the jig, which is 6 or 12 or 3 groupings of 3. 1, 2, 1, so 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet. So I'm playing 3 notes per pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you practice that on the downbeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the upbeat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So you're doing the third triplet. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. So or 1, 2. Then you can by combining that, you're now playing the music of how would you. I might play the verse this way. The chorus could be this way. Or I might change the accent. The downbeat could be the chorus. 1, 2, 3, verse. 2, 3, 4, 1. So playing the third triplet first is just one of the many different things you can do, or answering back and forth. And so the single is incredibly important because I'm not getting this sound. I just had a very articulate attack, one note in both hands. So I can do things like, right? So that would be an approach to jigs generally. Another very famous rhythm is reel. Reel is like a grouping of 4, 2, or 8. 4 notes per beat. So if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, that's one and. If we put the 4th note in, we need a single. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's just the regular throw that I did, only a quick single after it to be one and a, or one and a 2. That's why you practice singles in both hands. Yeah. Or you could do 7, which would be a 4 and a 3. By getting the single together, you can now do anything, basically. And a reel is kind of like our clave pattern. Don't, gunk, don't, don't, gunk, don't. And you can do that here. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, whatever you want to do. That's the fun part. Another very cool thing about this instrument is it's very affordable. So you can see them for $25 or $60 for a pair. And so everybody can play bones. It's not incredibly difficult. It just takes a little time to get the right feel. And it's really a fun instrument that would fit into folk music, country music. I've gotten to play it in jazz and in rock music, complicated odd time music, fusion music. So it's a really cool thing that crosses many borders. And by thinking of that sound as a shaker or like a woodblock or a cowbell, it's a rhythmic thing that can create events in any type of music. You know, so, and that's why it's not just about playing fast notes all the time either. You can use it as a simple instrument too, like. So it doesn't have to always be really busy and fast musically. We can just apply this to just a whole bunch of situations. And again, as a bone player or percussionist, I've gotten to use them on TV or film or many CD or recording projects. And because they are affordable, I've collected many real bones and the rosewood, and this is more of an ebony. And then there's even metal bones. Now they don't have a curve in the metal bones, so I wouldn't recommend starting with this instrument, but it's still another cool way you can use the same technique. So it really sounds different than the wood per se, right? Right, or the metal against the bone together, or metal, wood, metal, and bones. You know. And then there's also bones made out of rock or slate. These are more fragile because it can be chipped or it'll break. I've never seen a wooden or a metal one break, but slate bones can actually chip because they are just very, very, very old mud, as slate is. So it's another sound. And then if you make slate really thick, it goes way up high in pitch, just like a xylophone bar would be different than a marimba bar. So here's a very thick slate. Yeah, so it has a lot of different opportunities musically. Then a very famous instrument maker, Pete Engelhardt, was asked by a fine percussionist, Michael Fisher, Michael said, Pete, can you make some bones that are literally hollow? So these are like a steel, I think, welded steel, and they're open on one end and closed on another end, and it's just a completely different sound. He also made some open on both ends, and this sound is totally different too. And it's a kind of instrument you can take everywhere. It can be in your pocket. It's very affordable, and you just practice with music. Practice with any type music. It works great with.
Another great lesson. That is so awesome. I hope you guys are inspired to play bones. So what you're going to do right now, after you like, subscribe, hit the bell, go to Brad's Bandcamp page and download some tracks. Download some music. Brad's written tons of music. It's all weird and creative, and I think you're going to be inspired. That's the way I get inspired to practice and learn and play other instruments. So go download some music. Use some of the links that we've left you. We're going to leave a little bit more for patrons. So if you're watching this at patreon.com, you'll find a few more links below. In part 3, coming up, Brad's going to be doing more in-depth about how to get different sounds, change the timbre, and we're going to have several kind of performances coming up in that. So I'll see you in part 3. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and support us at patreon.com/Kalani.